I guess you did take a bonus point out of it, but the rest of it pretty frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating. Just what we've spoken about in review of the Highlanders game, just our learnings, what we spoke about pre-game, and that was all around building and maintaining pressure and valuing possession when we just didn't do that. You know, we turned over way too much ball tonight and cost us the game.
Do you view it as a big opportunity missed there, just given the way that things went in other games and everything this weekend?
100%. Yeah, we had an opportunity tonight to, you know, with the other teams in the conference, and we don't talk about that at all. But you know, now the game's done, it's an opportunity lost.
Darcy on their Burns, one positive, I guess.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he? You know, threw himself around. I thought he added a little bit, as did Jordan Jackson-Hart. You know, hasn't played this year. He's played a couple of games. It's been very good for his club, and continued that in the 20 minutes that he played.
Kind of saw the highs and lows of Banksy tonight. Is that just him kind of finding his feet a bit at this level?
Yeah, I suppose, you know, he's a young player learning. This is his first full year of Super Rugby. You know, he played a few games last year, did some great things tonight, Banksy, and you know, obviously he'll learn from a couple of mistakes as well. But you know, we've got young players in key positions that are you know, learning some things the hard way at the moment. You know, it was probably similar last week in that last 20 minutes against the Highlanders. But I thought overall, our first 30 minutes was passive. Just wasn't good enough. The first 30. The last 10 minutes of the first half, we managed to get possession, build pressure, maintain pressure, and we scored 2 tries. So that's the message that we've been speaking about, and something we'll continue to talk about.
Carts, what are your thoughts on that one?
We just didn't take the opportunities when we had them. I think we had 4 or 5 cracks. We turned it over 1 or 2 metres from the try line. I mean, we spoke about building pressure and getting down there and running them around the corner, and we did that, but then we just coughed it up, turned over possession, and then we were running back, chasing the kicks. So if we're going to beat teams, we've got to hold on to the ball and build pressure, and we didn't do that tonight.
Hearing Dan say you guys played passively, like, it's something you guys have spoken about not doing. Does that hurt as a playing group?
Yeah, it does, and we even spoke about it before the game. We knew they were going to come out pretty hot, pretty passionate. Start fast, but we knew if we weathered that. But we need to be better in that first 20 minutes. There was too many mistakes. Even getting out of our own end, we made a few mistakes with the line out. So you can't give teams that kind of opportunity. And we paid for it in the last 20 minutes when we were down by 8 points.
A bit strange. Did it feel strange kind of being under the pump with them a man down? They kind of really had that 10-minute period there where they scored a try and camped down your end a fair bit. Did it feel a bit odd?
Yeah, it did. What we spoke about it, all we needed to do was maintain possession, kick it out and play the way we wanted to play. But then there was times when we didn't kick it out, we put ourselves in more pressure, and then we didn't execute when we had to. So that was the issue tonight.
Then just one last one. You've made plenty of changes this year to try and find that spark and the right mix. Do you think you're still searching for it, and maybe a few more changes next week, or do you challenge this group to try and get things back on track?
Oh, I think you just review the tape, blocker, and see where it's. You know, just look at individual performances, combinations, but yeah, it's something that I'll do over the next couple of days with the coaches. I couldn't sit here now and say there'll be a raft of changes. You know, as I said, we've got some young players that are learning. You know, we're still trying to find what is the best combination at this point in time in a couple of areas. So we'll review the game and see how it all looks, both individually and from a team point of view.